How's it going, guys? So I'm gonna start a Q&A series called Ask Ro. So whenever I get a question, either online or in person, I'm gonna answer it on here, just because it always helps that person, and obviously I think if it helps them, it'll help you. So today I got a question. A kid came up to me. He said, "Yo, bro, I had my shirt off in the gym." He was like, "Dude," in the locker room. He was like, "Yo, bro, you're jacked. Like, how did you get like that?" And it's a common question that I get. A lot of guys think I'm on steroids. I'm not. I'm actually 100% natural. Always will be. And I said to him, I said, "You know what, bro? Honestly, I finally figure out like I have the right formula because I feel like for a long time I did not. I think there's three things, right? So you got genetics, you got grind, and you have knowledge, right? A kid asked Mike Thurston that in his Q&A. He said, "Hey, if I have two out of the three, grind, knowledge, and what was the third one? Oh, genetics. Then, like, do you think as long as I have two, then that'll work for me?" So say you have genetics and you have grind, right? Most of the time, like Mike said, that'll get you to where you need to be, for sure. That'll get you to where you need to be. But what I've seen a lot of times is, yeah, you can have grind and genetics, and yeah, you'll probably be the biggest guy in your gym, which is cool. But it's like if you really want to stand out, among the masses, like, on social media, on Instagram, even in a competition, and it's like once you add that third piece, which is knowledge, you'll skyrocket. And say you don't have genetics, which everyone doesn't. I believe with the right knowledge and the right grind, you'll surprise yourself. I'm not saying that you'll beat the guy with genetics, because honestly genetics are like superior no matter what. It does suck if you don't have genetics, but I believe with grind and knowledge, man, you'll get a long way. So what I mean by knowledge, right, is for a long time, like I said, I've always had grind genetics. Most people probably watching this video to the end probably have the grind, probably the genetics, but at least the grind, right? But what I believe what most people are lacking is the knowledge, right? And what I mean by that is like really finding your own formula, right? I've always seen that, there's a bunch of people on Instagram, the YouTube and stuff like that, they're telling you what to do. And for the most part, general stuff like eat clean, drink water, take the right supplements. Yeah, most of the time that does work. But what I found is like, some of these guys, first of all, they're not natural. Some of them are, right? You might be natural, you might not be, right? So no matter what, you have to find your formula. You know what I mean? So like the kid said, "Hey, my friend said he drinks protein shakes after each one of his workouts, and it works for him." You know what I mean? So like if that works for you, then you go for it and you do that. You take the protein, you do that after every single workout, right? If that works for you. But say he tries it and it doesn't work, he doesn't have great lifts, he's not gaining muscle, he's not putting on weight, then it's like, all right, maybe take that out and then, say, I don't know, add something else, like add some clean carbs, add some maybe like plant-based protein or, something like that. And say you do plant-based protein and it starts working, all right, bet, and I'll do that, right? Do that over and over again, because that's a part of the recipe, right? You notice that, oh shit, I feel better today. I'm a lot more focused. I had a good session in the gym. I'm putting on some muscle, and I kind of been eating the same stuff. I've been eating rice and chicken and a plant-based protein shake or whatever. Like there's so many different things, even with fucking your supplements, whey protein, creatine, omega-3s, like turmeric, herbs. There's all this stuff, right? But what I'm saying is you got to figure out your own concoction, your own recipe, right? And that's in anything, right? Like in anything, if you're an engineer, if you're a dancer, if you're a fucking doctor, whatever, everyone follows sort of a general set of rules, right, to get you to the baseline. But then once you get the baseline, you got to find your own routine that specifically works for you. Like you might be a person that when you eat more fats, you feel better, or you might be a person that when you eat less fats, you feel better. I don't know, right? But you got to figure out what works for you. Like I'm somebody that like a lot of carbs do well for me, a lot of fat does well for me, right? Protein I can keep moderate and still look pretty good, right? So it's like you just got to find your own recipe, right? So find your formula, man, and like really start writing things down. I've actually started I started a food log, right? Where I'm writing the time I eat certain meals, how much I eat of the meals, what I'm eating throughout the whole day, tracking it. Okay, I had a good workout today. Okay, what I eat yesterday, what I ate the day before. Okay, if I had a good workout today, then, I must be doing something right. So I'm going down the list. Okay, bet. I'm okay. Maybe I ate the rice, I ate the chicken, I ate the lamb, I ate the steak. Okay, that worked, right? So I'm going to keep doing that and then keep adding on stuff that might work, but don't add on so much stuff where you end up, fucking yourself up. Just keep doing what works for you, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take trial and error to figure out exactly what works for you. You know what I mean? So you got to be willing, right? You got to also make this a priority. A lot of people, you're not willing to make this priority, so you're not getting big. Like, listen, bro, especially if you're natty, even if you're not natty, like, you got to make this a focus. You got to make this a main thing, bro, for real. Because if you're not, you're like, what you put in is what you get out. And that's in anything, and especially in bodybuilding, especially, man, what you're putting in your body, how you're lifting, everything, bro. So figure out your formula. Make it a main priority, bro, and rinse and repeat. But it's going to take some time. Be patient with yourself. And if you guys got any questions, I'm here. Like I said, I'm going to start doing a little Ask Ro series, and I hope this helps you out. All right, guys. Don't leave. Have a good night.